So a few weeks ago, I put a video out talking about my time with the Genshin Impact beta on PlayStation 4, and I asked for your questions so I could put them together for a Q&A video. So in today's video, I'll be answering all the questions that you posed, as well as a few other ones that I feel like I didn't address all that well in that initial video and things that I think might be helpful. So let's get started. What's going on? My name is Taylor and welcome to the Gaming Shelf. If you enjoy JRPGs and want to stay up to date with the latest news, reviews, and other fun videos, then make sure you subscribe so you don't miss anything. Alright, one of the most common questions was, does it have multiplayer and how does it work? So first of all, there is no PvP multiplayer as far as I saw. Now that might be way later that you can unlock, or maybe it's something they'll add in the live version. But as far as I saw, there was no way to do PvP multiplayer. However, there is drop-in, drop-out co-op with up to 4 players total. So what I'm doing is I'm showing you gameplay from a YouTuber named Havian, and he has a 20-minute video detailing his experience with the multiplayer, because I didn't really get a chance to try it out when I played. So I'll link up his video so you can go check it out because he gives out some great information in his video. Now, one of the other most commonly asked questions in my previous video was, can I join the beta? Well, there was some breaking news this week that might interest you. So they were doing a PS4 closed beta that I was a part of, but they just announced that they are going to be doing another one and they are closing applications on July 29th. So if you want to get in on this and you're either in North America or South America, definitely go to their website. I'll leave it in the description. You can try to apply, you can try to get in, but this seems to be a much smaller closed beta and might not last as long. So hurry and try and get in as quickly as you can, but they are doing another closed beta. Also, there's some rumors going around that there's going to be an open beta. Now, a YouTuber that I was watching by the name of Daikin had found a piece of information saying there's going to be a open beta. So keep an eye out for that. Again, I'll let you know if they officially announce that and if there is an open beta coming, but with the launch coming not too far down the road, as I'll get to in a minute, it seems like there might be an open beta to further test some of the features. So one thing that my Giant Sword podcast co-host Nick asked and a few other people asked was, is there energy or wait times like in a typical mobile game? And no, there is not. You can explore the open world and do activities until your heart's content for as long as you want. There's no wait times, there's no energy, none of that. However, there are dungeons that do have that kind of energy, and those dungeons are sort of like little challenge rooms, and you do them to grind for upgrade materials, and you do need energy for that. I don't know if there's a way to refill it. It's sort of just a wait timer. Now, I will say that once I needed to upgrade my weapon, I really only need to run those about 3 or 4 times, and that didn't even deplete that energy timer like halfway. So at least at the beginning, I don't think it's going to be a problem, but again, who knows, in the end game, you might need to use energy later. But as far as just playing the game, you can do that as much as you want. Next, will progress from the beta carry over to the full game? Now, as far as I know, I don't think so. I had a friend that played the PC beta, and when he played it, he said that his progress was not going to carry over. So I don't think that's going to be the case. So if you do get into the beta, don't go hog wild, don't go too crazy with it. I would just play enough to kind of get a feel for it to see if you're interested, and then really save your playtime for the full game so you don't get burnt out. Another thing somebody asked was, what platforms will it be on? So like I said, I played on the PS4. There's going to be a release for PC. Believe it or not, there's a Switch version. I didn't even know this. Somebody in the comments let me know, but there is going to be a Switch version, and there's also a mobile version. I was really surprised to see the mobile version. I mean, MiHoYo is typically a mobile developer. They do Honkai Impact, which is a mobile game, and I guess a PC game also, but this is going to be on mobile. I have no idea how an open world game like this is going to run on mobile, if it can barely run on PS4. But hey, if you don't have any consoles and you just want to play on your phone, then you can look forward to it on mobile. Next question is, how many towns and regions will the game have at launch? Now, as far as I could tell, there's only 2 major towns in the game. There's Mondstadt and there's Liu. And now if you go to the Genshin Impact website, those are the only 2 they show so far. However, there is a little section that says coming soon, and a lot of people have been saying there's supposed to be 7 towns or regions at launch. So I don't know how many are going to be at launch. I could not find that information anywhere, but if I had to guess, I would think they would include at least 1 more before launch, or to include with launch, so it should be plenty of game one way or another. Another question I was getting is, how many characters are in the game? So there are 4 characters that the game gives you to begin. You have the main character, you have the Ice Knight, and then you have Lisa, like the electric witch mage, and then you have Amber, the fire archer, and that's it. Those are the 4 you start with that the game gives you. I played, like I said, 20 to 30 hours. I was not given any more characters. There are other characters that are introduced in the story. However, they do not give you those characters in the story. You have to earn them through the roles and stuff like that. And I did get one other character. It was sort of like a heavy sword stone user. Like that was their element, was stone. But there weren't any others given to you. So I think you'll have to grind if you want to get all the different characters. And they did announce one new character, so I guess that would make it 19 in total. So those are all the characters as far as I know right now. There are 19 in total. So something else that people were asking about was the story. Is the story any good? Is it engaging? Is it interesting? For me personally, it is not the thing that is going to carry me through this game, I don't think. It's there to kind of pull you from one location, one story beat to the next. You know, you get transported to this world, your sibling is lost, you join these knights, and the characters are interesting. Like, I think the voice acting is pretty good, honestly. And there's a couple characters you might recognize from other games. Like, I know Sean Chiplock, who played Rivali, and Reen Schwarzer, he plays a character in the game. And, you know, if you have a keen ear, you might recognize another couple of characters. But honestly, I don't think this is not going to be a game that you play for the story. It's not going to blow you away. I think it'll be nice to have those story moments here and there, but honestly, I don't think it's that good. And I think part of it for me too that might have ruined the flow of it is how bad the loading times were and how bad the game ran. To me, I just didn't look forward to the story moments because that meant I had to go inside a building, which took a long time to load, and then I had to sit through it, and then it took forever to load to get back. So I might be a little biased just because of how poorly the game ran. So maybe when the game runs better and it doesn't pop in as much and loading times get a lot better, then I might change my mind. But for now, the loading times I think really impacted my enjoyment of the story. And to me, it's just fine. Like it's there to pull you along to teach you the game, but it's not going to be the main pull of the game. Now, a lot of you were also asking about a release date. Now, what's funny is I actually had to re-record this because I had finished the video and they just announced a kind of release window. So they said for the mobile and PC versions of the game, they are going to try to release the game before October. So that seems like a very weird window to release in, but that is what they've said so far. And the PS4 and the Switch version will be coming at a later date. They haven't said when those are coming out, but considering it'll be before October for those versions, I'm thinking either late this year or very early next year for the PS4 and Switch versions. And I have to imagine the reason the PS4 version specifically is taking a little bit longer is it ran very poorly in the beta that I played. So I'm guessing they're going to try to polish it up, make it look a little bit better. It definitely needs a lot of work, but I think it'll hopefully be worth it. So if you're looking forward to this game, either if you have a mobile phone that you can play games on, or you just want to play it on PC, looks like it's coming sometime before October. Now, there were a couple other questions here and there that people asked, and I tried to answer them in the comments, but those were the overwhelming majority of the big questions that more than one person had to ask. And hopefully that answers all your concerns, all your questions. Now, if you missed my original video talking about my time with the Genshin Impact beta, definitely click on it here and go check it out because this game is super fun. I think you'll all be really excited about it. And like I said, I'm also starting a new show called Japanese Gaming Weekly, where I bring you all the biggest gaming news in the world of Japanese games in a tight, fun package. People seem to really be enjoying it, and I hope you do as well. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.